Hey YouTube, I was just going to go over a few points in vacuuming. I used to use gauges. I think we all thought we had a vacuum micron gauge in our gauges. That was the greatest thing, but I have the 557s and I never really achieved the vacuuming microns that I wanted. So after listening to Jim Bergman and all, I understand the off-gassing in the hoses. You know, everything is going to leak. I've had this thing off for about, I don't know, an hour, 45 minutes. As you can see, those are my micron readings, and I have a very small leak rate, so I'm good with that. What helped me achieve my vacuuming was getting the correct hoses, the 1/2-inch hoses, and also the aaon Schrader core removers that are rated for vacuuming. Just get away with using your gauges. It's just didn't ever work for me. So I have the large hoses. I have a vacuuming tree. I put the hoses in. Probably going to get rid of the gauge on the top and maybe put a vacuum micron gauge there. We'll see. But that's it. I got everything down. I'm going to probably put about 3 pounds in these lines and see where we're at on the charging. So that's it. I'm back out here with Rick at Envirotech, and he's got his laptop hooked up to the controller, and he's going over set points and configuring the controller. It's a new controller, and they just recently came out with it for aaon, so it's kind of a learning curve for him, but I think he's doing very well. You doing well, Rick?
Baby steps, I'm getting there. Yeah. Patience.
Patience, there you go. All right, that's it
All
for
right.
now. Or go ahead, Rick.
No, that's it. Yeah,
Okay.
just patience.
Patience. What's up, YouTube? I'm out here for the aaon startup with the technician Rick, and we are charging the system. Rick is charging the system and heating, and he's monitoring all the temperatures and pressures of the system. Oops. I think our supplier got satisfied.
You want me to change it, bring it back up?
We can. He's got his testo gauges on there. He has his handheld device monitoring everything. He's monitoring head temperature. And then he's taking his subcooling over here since we're in heating. He's got another set of gauges. Well, I should say temperature probes. So discharge tempered liquid line temperature. We're monitoring the sight glass right there, but our unit just shut down, so we'll get it back running again and check it out. Okay, here we go. Go ahead, Rick.
We're going through in a heating mode. We're charging up the circuit. We confirm we have a 14-degree superheat on the suction line, and we are also at a 13-degree subcool at the liquid line, coming back from the coils down below, bringing that liquid line back up to the condenser coil, which is now the evaporator coil. So what's happening now, we're satisfying on supply air. We have a reset on the controller for space temperature. Let me see if we can get in here and you can see what the machine's doing. And the compressor now is loading, unloading. It's telling us on the controller our space temperature is 82 degrees, our return is 78. And your supply air right now is 78 degrees. On the reset, it's bringing back our supply air for an active temperature of 70 degrees. So the compressor right now is loading, unloading. Try to bringing down that supply air temperature down to 70 degrees because the room is almost satisfied 100%. So as you can hear, the compressor is backing off. It's loading and unloading, and our pressures as you can see, are fluctuating as it loads and unloads. They'll increase as it loads up and decrease as it unloads. We're also taking an amp reading to see what the amps are on the compressor as it's loading and unloading. So you can see unloaded, we're at 4.4 amps. And it loaded up, it went up to about 6.1. So right now the compressors would be loading and unloading until it completely satisfies the space. So either one of the two, it'll satisfy on supply air temperature and cycle off the compressor, or it'll cycle off on space temperature. So our space temperature right now is 82 degrees. Our set point is 85. So it's not going to satisfy on space at this point, but it will satisfy on supply. It will cycle off in a little while. It's trying to unload it to try to maintain 7 degrees. So what I want to do is see what our capacity is right now. Let me go down to digital signals for our compressor. Our compressor right now is doing 11% capacity. So it's going to cycle off in a little while because we satisfied on supply air. We're trying to maintain 70 degrees and we're way past that. We're at 82. So you can see the compressors, hear it loading and unloading until this completely cycles off. It backed off 4 degrees already. Like I said, eventually it will turn off because we are satisfying on supply air temperature.
All right.
Yep.